Petra is not related with Islam. Dan Gibson is wrong. We have every reason to believe and claim that Dan Gibson is wrong to relate Petra with Islam. Islam has no relation with Petra. Let us examine the whole history in a nutshell. Petra was destroyed before the birth of Christ. The destruction happened in the era of Hazrat Salih alayhi salam, and certainly that was before the era of Jesus. Dan Gibson has unwittingly confirmed this Quranic truth by identifying Petra as the Quranic Hijr and its lost inhabitants as the Thamud.
Now in Arabic, the name Al-Hijr has various meanings, but the one important one we want to notice is it means the rock. So here we have three names for Petra: the rock, Sila, Petra in Greek, and Hijr in Arabic, and they all mean the rock, the very same thing. The Quran has an entire surah dedicated to a place known as Al-Hijr. If you read this chapter, everything in it applies to the city of Petra. No messenger sent to warn the city of Hijr, but the people felt secure in their houses in the rock, so they did not heed the messengers, and they were destroyed by earthquakes.
Thus, Dan Gibson has identified Petra with Quran's Hijr. And according to the Quran, Hijr was destroyed during the days of Hazrat Salih alayhi salam, definitely before the birth of Christ. Historically, Hazrat Salih alayhi salam preceded Hazrat Isa alayhi salam by several centuries. No prophet was there on the earth in between Hazrat Isa alayhi salam and Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. We don't know how many years passed between Hazrat Salih alayhi salam and Hazrat Isa alayhi salam. But it is certain that Hijr was destroyed in the lifetime of Hazrat Salih alayhi salam, and therefore before the birth of Christ. The Greeks flourished as a power after its destruction, and the name Hijr was dated by that time. The dead city Hijr got lost into oblivion. That is why they called it Petra instead of Hijr. The Greeks founded a new city with a new name, that is Petra, on the same spot of debris land of lost Hijr. And probably again it was shattered before the Greek Empire died down. The Romans later flourished as a new world power, who made one-time kingdom of the Nabateans as a province in the Arab land. The lost Petra belonged to that province, and the Romans built new habitations, temples and theatre on the ruined land of Petra to face a new calamity, and those new buildings got destroyed too. Thus the Greek and the Roman structures took shape and then collapsed one after another on the same spot. That is the principal reason why the mixture of Greco-Roman sculptures with the Nabatean ruins is now visible in the ruins of Petra. And this Greco-Roman mixture was impossible in the days of Hazrat Salih alayhi salam, when it was known as Hijr. Evidently the city flourished time and again and got destroyed again and again under pagan rules and pagan cultures. Not a single structure of the visible Petra resembles with any type of Muslim culture or sculptures. So it can easily be discerned and concluded that Islam had no connection with this ill-fated city. From the Nabateans to the Romans, the city was totally under pagan rule and pagan culture. Neither Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam nor Islam has anything to do with the debris of the pagan city. Dan Gibson is acting like a neo-crusader to destroy Islam by his new weapon of falsehood in the name of research. On the one hand, he identifies Petra with Quran's Hijr. On the other hand, he tries to prove Petra as Mecca. But Allah informed us in the Quran that Hijr was a separate city other than Mecca. Every Quran reader knows it, although neo-crusaders try to distort the message. But Allah is more intelligent and powerful than any of His creations. He directly makes Dan confess that he knows nothing about Petra.
Dan Gibson knows nothing about Petra. Please, listen to what he says. It will make you sure of his ignorance, and clear you of your delusion about him as a researcher. Please, listen.
Hello and welcome to another video in the series Archaeology and Islam. In this program, we're going to talk about the well of Zamzam in Mecca and also in Petra. A well in Petra known as Zamzam. Actually, we don't know the names of the places, the mountains, nor the temples, nor the different locations in Petra, because those words didn't come down to us. But we can go.
Dear viewers, you have heard Dan Gibson's confession. It is clear by his declaration that all the names he had given to the different parts of Petra were false, and what he says about Petra are also dubious. Nothing is definite, nothing is final, and nothing is conclusive. He knows very little about the past of Petra, and there is no difference between his knowledge about Petra and the knowledge of an ordinary tourist. This is not research. His books and videos on Petra and Islam are based only on guesswork. The people who take him as a great hero in the field of research are deceiving themselves. Now, come to his final confession.
All the way through the city of Petra. Today, it is all covered up, and we can only venture a guess as to where Zamzam is, but I think we can venture a very good guess. You see, the question is, where was there water?
Dear brothers and sisters, you know that any guesswork in any research work simply kills the research findings. So, Dan Gibson's research findings are dead in the womb. Please, beware. The ghost of the dead research findings of Dan Gibson may attack your actual free thought in the guise of anti-Islamic free thought. It should be clear to everybody that Dan Gibson is neither a historian nor an archaeologist. By posing as both a historian and an archaeologist, he wants to declare Petra as Mecca, which is totally wrong. No map of the world ever inscribed Petra as Mecca. From Ptolemy map to modern map, everywhere we find a single name of Petra as Petra. So whatever Dan Gibson says about the Qibla in Petra is wrong. He is defiling the names of both Mecca and Petra by saying wrong things in the name of research. Petra itself stands against his declaration, as its rubbles show nothing of the Islamic origin. All he says are delusive.